It may have taken over 4 months before the president assented to the 2016 budget. Perhaps that exactly when it took, the time it took before it was prepared and made ready for Nigerians. But now we have details of what it entails. After the president assented to the budget last week, the Minister of Budget and his team have been talking to Nigerians about what exactly are the nitty-gritty of the budget. And here in this report, what exactly are saying about the details of the 2016 budget.
For over 5 months, Nigerians patiently awaited the passage of the 2016 budget, and just last week, a 6.6 trillion naira budget was signed by the president. These government officials, Nigerians from various walks of life, and members of the international community converged on this hall to listen to the breakdown of the budget. Minister of Budget and National Planning is first to speak. He reels out figures allocated to various sectors of the economy, with a promise that government will waste no time in making releases for the implementation of capital expenditure.
We already have set aside 350 billion to begin to release into the economy to support capital projects. So as soon as each project is ready, the releases will be made.
With special focus on 6 pillars, namely economic reforms, infrastructure, social development, security, the environment and regional development, the budget will focus on building macroeconomic stability for the rail sector through partnerships with the private sector. Housing projects across the country is to gulp a sum of 35 billion naira, and 250 billion naira will be channeled towards the construction of roads across the country.
As part of our efforts to encourage private sector participation in infrastructure, we are working to arrange for the establishment of an infrastructure fund, which we anticipate should be able to raise up to $25 billion within 3 years.
That is not all. The federal government also outlined special intervention programs to improve the lives of Nigerians at all levels. Great plans, you may say, to address the needs of many Nigerians. The federal government is also planning a monthly budget performance report by all ministries, departments and agencies to ensure that the budget is implemented to the letter.
Well, you heard that from my colleague there in that report. But let's get some sense of what exactly Nigerians should be expecting in the coming days under the spokesperson and the office of the president, working directly with the vice president, Professor Shibajo. Mr. Laulu Akonde joins us from our Abuja studio. Many thanks for coming on the program, Mr. Akonde. The expectations of Nigerians after the signing of the budget is the implementation. But what can you tell us immediately about what Nigerians should be seeing immediately?
Thank you very much, Sheon, for this opportunity. Now, one of the very most important aspects of this budget, quite unprecedented for that matter, is the 500 billion naira provision for social investments and social protection. This is a policy that the president has made sure is well taken care of in the budget to assure Nigerians that government is concerned about the conditions, the real condition of the average Nigerian. Government is aware of the level of poverty that exists in society, and government has decided, this presidency has decided, that budgeting has to take very clear approach that recognizes this condition. And so we have, for the first time, a 500 billion, that's about $500 billion altogether. As a matter of fact, it is the single largest item, single largest provision in the budget that allocates 500 billion to social investment programs. These programs will address the current difficulties. It will address the issue of job creation in the immediate term, in terms of direct job creation for government. It will address the issue of primary education by taking care of school feeding. And there are 5 specific programs that has been planned in this budget. And we would like an opportunity to talk more about this program. Number one, if I can go ahead, is the job creation. 500,000 unemployed graduates are going to be trained and hired and directly paid for, even though these are volunteer positions, but they will be paid for by the federal government to teach in their local government areas. So this way, we are giving those unemployed graduates opportunity to begin to do something meaningful while they are looking for their career jobs. Because we are hoping also that in the progress of time, they will be able to get jobs down the road. But for the meantime, government is going to pay them and also equip them so that they can teach in their local areas, especially in the primary schools where there is a gap.
Okay.
So government is going to hire 500,000. That's about $500 million. Unemployed graduates.
Laulu, if you could tell us,
and they will be deployed.
Okay, if I may quickly ask, the 500 billion for these social intervention program that you talked about, how ready is that fund? Is it ready now, and when is it going to be injected? When will it start?
I can tell you that finishing touches are being made now that the budget has been signed. Very soon we will be coming out with details of when people can start to apply, where they need to apply, how the money is going to be released, because we are just wrapping all of that up about now. Very soon we will come out with details of how people can apply, where to apply. But the point I want to make here is just so Nigeria understand that this has been signed and this is coming, and government is trying to do this speedily, so that it can address our current challenges that people are facing. So like I said, 500,000 unemployed graduates will be hired directly by government and paid for during the time that they are doing this volunteer job.
Okay.
Besides that, 370,000 non-graduates. 370.
Okay. If I may quickly come in here, there are similar projects by the government in the past. For example, the You Win program that we understand that a few days ago some Nigerians were protesting about the non-payment of that fund for those of them who won. I won't be wondering what becomes of this kind of project. And is it going to be part of what the federal government is going to do in this new initiative, or that has been set aside totally?
Government is coordinating all of the efforts that addresses social protection in this new attempt. So anything that has been going on that is working well, or that needs to be tweaked, everything has been put together, and that's why I was explaining that we have about 5 different programs. So we're bringing together every effort, every agency that has something to do with some of these broad ideas will be working together. Different ministries, departments, and agencies will be working together under the coordination of the presidency in the office of the vice president to make this happen.
Okay.
And one of the things that we are ensuring here is to learn from the past mistakes, and to improve on some of the things that have been done in the past. For instance, we know that in the past there has been a program for school feeding. But some of the problems they had was because there was some importation. They were importing some of the food. And so this time we said that it's going to be homegrown school feeding. So what does that do? Because we have homegrown school feeding, so that ensures that the food is going to be coming from the local farmers. So not only are we going to be helping enrollment into primary schools, but we are also going to be helping the local farming. It's going to be creating jobs, not just jobs in the farms. It will also be creating jobs for people who are going to serve, who are going to cook the food. So it's going to be homegrown, an improvement on what has been done in the past. And we are ensuring that in all of these programs, which I hope I will get the opportunity to explain one by one, there is going to be a direct payment from the federal government to the beneficiaries.
Okay.
Very, very, very important.